Right, welcome. It's been a while, I know. Astrakhan's Feather, episode 23. And first of all, I must say, yes, I know I'm not looking as attractive as I normally do, and it's an Apple iPhone. That's what it is. It's just the way it makes me look. Anyway, let's not worry about that. I'm not doing a recap. Let's get straight into it. Christ has just closed the garage door after dropping Saxon Tudor off at school. When he hears a car coming up the drive, he presses the wall button and the metal door, garage door, shudders and again climbs slowly into the roof like some huge groaning metal beast. Bob Mullins steps out of the grey detective's car and out of habit puts his sergeant's peak cap on. "No hats in the house, Bob, not unless you're here to arrest me." "That'd be a thing now," said Bob, "wouldn't it?" Christ looks at him and snorts, "Tea or something stronger?" Mullins frowns and slows his pace. "Heard the stories, but I..." "Stories?" says Christ. Mullins stops walking, looks at Christ uncomfortably. "You know what it's like, small town and all that." He looks at his shoes. "Heard you're on the sauce, Christ." Christ laughs, shakes his head, turns to walk up the stairs. "Jesus, Bob, I just meant coffee, that's all." "Ah, right," said Mullins, feeling foolish as the garage door squeals down behind him. On the deck out back, a red bloodwood table gleams in the sun. Mullins's bench seat creaks as he sits down and gazes across a snooker flat lawn that only a pom like Jenny could have. Your Aussie let the lawn go brown in summer, green in winter, and bugger the way it looked. The lawn was for walking across, reckoned Bob Mullins, turning his head, in this case until he came to a tall, seemingly impenetrable hedge of hazel, peppered with tall wattles, the hazel's burnished bronze leaves whispering, rustling, chittering, like small exotic birds in the warm breeze. Through the perfect arch cut into its centre, he could see the neat orchard beyond, its acre of apples and pears, cherries, plums, mangoes, and banana trees. He heard the soporific drone of bees. Beyond the orchard, a meandering pathway curved away out of sight like a fairy tale, probably good or bad, disappearing into 1,000 kilometres of national park where anything you ever imagined could live in secret. Bob grunted. Even the famous Bone Mountain panther could be out there somewhere, a near mythical beast occasionally sighted and blamed for a spate of livestock killings over the years, the bodies of sheep dragged up into trees and slaughtered, blood dripping on bone-dry paddocks. That is true. It's all true. There is such a thing, supposedly, as the Bone Mountain panther, and there are all sorts of theories about it, but it's been cited on numerous occasions. They've even had TV programmes on it. Anyway, I've never seen it. Thank God. Anyway, the kettle stops boiling. Christ turns and jumps. "Jesus, you half scared me to death." Jenny laughs. "There's no such thing as half to death, you muppet." He imagines for a moment it's a kettle's steam that makes a shimmer in front of him. "What's Bob here for?" she says. She leans on the countertop, looking out the window. Christ realises she looks younger, slimmer even, almost as young as when he'd first met her in the bookies on Wandsworth Road. Christ has been doing the Aussie thing a year or two in London, only in his case no backpack. He'd been through police academy at Goulburn, then packed his bags and off to the UK. Christ was 22 back then, and almost as soon as his feet touched the ground, he'd landed a job with London's Met. Christ had heard Bone Mountain's now acting inspector, that's Karen Allen, had been based around the same area in London, working out of Wandsworth Nick. Christ had been there over a quarter of a century earlier. Sometimes it didn't seem that long ago. Other times it was like someone else's life. Let me tell you a quick story. Interject. A friend of mine passed away a week ago, right, in the UK. Now, I'm sorry, I'm just kicking the dog, I've got to be honest. He's licking himself. It's driving me absolutely nuts. Don't tell the RSPCA. Anyway, yeah, so a mutual friend let me know she passed away. She had a heart attack, apparently, while waiting for some surgery in the hospital, which is a bit ironic, isn't it? You know, you'd think that'd be the best place to have a heart attack, but there you go. Anyway, she passed away. I was quite sad. I did shed a tear, I've got to be honest. And then I thought about it, and I thought, I have not seen her. I'm not joking now. I haven't seen her or talked to her for 50 years. 50 years. I last saw her when I was 16. And so was she, I hasten to add. 50 years. Yeah, I know. You do the maths. I know. But isn't that amazing? It's ridiculous. But it meant quite a bit to me, really, because, you know, she asked me when I was 16, 15, I think, actually. She got a friend, Karen, to ask me if I'd go out with her. And I wasn't confident, and I didn't know what to say, so I just said, no thanks. Oh my God. And I was thinking about it, you know, obviously when I got the news, and I thought, she must have been really upset, you know. Mind you, that didn't stop her kissing one of my best friends, Graham, one evening as we were out having drinks when we were 16. Anyway, there you go. Do you know what? I'm going to leave it there for the moment. I'm not overly sad anymore about it. It's, you know, these things happen. But we'll rejoin the Astrakhan's feather soon. Also, I'm just going to tell you, forewarn you, so I'm working for this company now. Oh my God, it's journalism, it's media, right? They are so into AI, it's ridiculous. And you know what? I never used to think AI would take my job away. Now I'm thinking, when will it happen? Probably next week, by the looks of it. I'm going to go into that a bit because I'm interested in it, right? Anyway, you've got to keep an upper lip. You've got to keep a stiff upper lip about these things and a sense of humour. Talking of that, if you like it, subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe, right? It doesn't cost you anything. Anyway, thanks very much. And I'm going to do it every day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care out there, folks.